Hello my friends, my name is Tim Johnson. I have many shortcomings and defects of character that I'm sure I share with many people out there, but two in particular that stand out from the crowd that always, without fail, take me backwards in recovery and take away my serenity and peace, if you like, and can possibly, if not dealt with quickly, lead me back into addiction. Anger and resentment and self-pity, those two things. And recently, over the last week or so, I'm ashamed to admit that I've really struggled with both of those things. And the reason I'm making this video today is because you've always got to be watchful. The thing is with recovery from addiction is that you're never recovered from addiction. It's always there lurking in the background, getting stronger, waiting for you to cock up, basically. Waiting for some fuel for the fire to start it burning again. And it's 1,000 times worse when you go backwards towards that. The gift I've got these days is that I can talk to like-minded people in a group about it who go through the same feelings and emotions as I do and have struggled with them. And that is like a safety valve that takes a lot of the power away from those feelings, if you like. And you need to do that as often as possible. Opening up, and there's a couple of things you can do which I'll talk about in this video. It's not a long video, but I just wanted to mention it because it's so dangerous. And I get loads of comments and emails from people off the channel that it's where it's the anger and resentment and self-pity that's what's taken them back into addiction again. And, it's almost killed them because that's where it goes when you go back into it. It's a lot worse, like I say. And this can be anger at resentment at family, friends, and God knows a lot of the time it revolves around stuff that you can't forgive people for and stuff that you perceive people have done to you and aimed at you. And 99% of the time, they're really unjustified. There's a thing that I say, there's no justified anger. I don't know, there's one or two things probably that spring to mind that may be justified anger, but a lot of the time, 90% of the time, over 90% of the time, it's the way you are perceiving things and the way your brain takes you, because I know where mine takes me. I lost my temper about 3 days. I won't bore you with all the details. About 3 days ago. I'm not proud of that because I've been tootling along really well in recovery, getting stronger and stronger, and it really is one day at a time. Because if I start projecting into the future, I deal with my thoughts, feelings, and emotions one day at a time, as I do my sobriety, because it's all you can do. For me, if I start projecting into the future and thinking, I can never drink or drug again, or this happened and that happened, and start worrying about what's going to happen in the future or what's happened in the past, regret, then I'm in trouble, and I'll become obsessed with it. So I had this massive burst of anger at some people. I didn't know these people, but they were being really, in my mind, inconsiderate because I'd asked them nicely not to do something, very politely and nicely, and they continued to do it. So that burst of anger really shocked me because I've always had a very quick temper. The thing is with anger, as I've said it many times in videos, it's not the snake bite that kills you, it's the poison that slowly runs around your veins. So for 2 days, I'm mulled at this anger inside of me, this feeling of adrenaline, sickness, gut-churning anger, resentment, churned away inside of me, getting worse and worse and worse, until it robbed me of sleep a couple of nights ago. I was literally tossing and turning and robbed me of sleep. And then the self-pity starts to come in. Why me? Poor me. So all the gratitude and all the hard work, that you put in over months and months and months, slowly slips away as you start feeling self-pity and, it's happening, they're picking on me. Why is it happening to me? It's rubbish because it's not. It's just the way your minds work, the way most addicts' minds work, to be honest with you. That's the way their default setting, if you like. So you can't control what other people do, but you can control how you respond to it. You know, you can control your thoughts and your actions. You can't control anything else. You can't control the way people behave. If they want to behave like that, the thing is, if you're letting that sickness in because you're of your perceived anger and resentment and self-pity, then you're only harming yourself. They're laughing. They don't give a shit either way. What was happening to you? If they're inconsiderate, that's their stuff. That's because they're inconsiderate. You know, I'd rather be the way I am and kind and loving, considerate to people than be inconsiderate and rude to people. So that I went to a meeting actually yesterday and talked to and opened up. It was a very big meeting as well, and everyone was laughing because they felt or have felt exactly the same and experienced exactly the same. And do you know what? I felt an overwhelming sense of tranquility and calm come over me because I'd spoken all of those feelings out loud to people who understood what I was coming from. And it took all the power, and the anger just sort of dissipated away, and how ridiculous that anger and self-pity and resentment was, and what a useless, unproductive and negative emotion all of that is. So I'm back to full strength again today. You'll be pleased to hear I'm back to peace and serenity again. But it's really important, you know, and I'll just stress it before I go one last time. This one day at a time, and watching your feelings. I do a little inventory before I shut my eyes at night. The last thing I do during the day of how I've behaved and reacted during the day. Basically, I just sort of run through it in my mind, a little camera roll. And I'm 99% of the time I'm found wanting in that behaviour. But it's a great way to check it and to check in on your emotions and to check in on those negative feelings and just check how you're feeling all over and write it down if you can't talk to anyone at that particular moment, write it all down. And it just takes, you feel quite good because the next day you try and be a bit better, do the best you can, because that's all you can do really, just do the best you can. You can't do ask anything more of yourself. But just for today, I am feeling great and serene and peaceful, and I hope you are, and have a great day. Carpe Diem. Please subscribe, please like, please share the videos. It just helps one or two more people see them and perhaps get some help from my experiences. Much love to you all. Bye-bye.